Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome back to another live stream. Hopefully, everybody out there is having a fantastic Wednesday, hump day. Hopefully, you're getting over the hump. And, I think a lot of people are doing okay this week, right? In the Shiba Inu community. So, welcome in, everybody. Like the smash button on your way in. And what is happening? Dirk, how we doing? Shib, 2K, what is happening? First thing I do is hit that like. Appreciate you. Can't wait for the NFTs. Yeah, same here. Definitely. Tony, what's happening? Waiting on Robinhood. It could eat up a maybe. Yes, I agree. Merzette, I agree. Go Shiba. All right, so what you're seeing on screen, shout out to Mitch. Shout out to Mitch for this. The crypto cartel. Look at this. We've got Austin. We've got Chad, we've got your pop, we've got Jake and myself all here. Look at that. That is freaking cool, right? That's awesome, right? How cool is that? If you like that picture, like the smash button. If you're loving that picture as much as I am, like the smash button. I actually just tweeted this out too not too long ago. So go ahead and like it and share it and all that kind of stuff too. It's hilarious, right? What's up, Michael? Love from India. Love right back, my friend. Shiba Inu pump. Martin, yes. Let's get it. On the move. Scott, yes, we are. All right, we're taking a look at what's going on here. We've got the 1 minute view here. We've been in the 2-2s pretty much all day, but we just recently broke out of this little consolidation period. Here we go. So we're back up on the move here. It's ridiculous how crazy this has been. It is crazy. Finally, you're back, bro. Been waiting for you to come back on live. What's up, man? How you doing? What is up? I did put out some videos this morning, and what's up, Jeff? My man Zach, what's up from Los Angeles? My man in LA. We're heading for LV on November 13th. Everything is booked for Seda Mask. I am ready to roll. I'm coming in Thursday night. Some people in our private community, in our private Discord, Shiba Mac in particular, wants us to set up a meet and greet. Myself and Austin will be in Vegas. We're going to set up a meet and greet with all of our private community members who are out in Vegas the weekend of November 13th. Maybe we'll even do it on Friday, the day before. I'm getting in on Thursday night. Can't wait. It's going to be an absolute blast, and can't wait to see what the unveiling of Seda Mask looks like. And we've got a lot of things happening in the crypto space, whether it's Shiba Inu or Satama or Bitcoin is popping right now. Love it. So loving it. Scott's from Florida. Nights, man. Prophet, what's happening, man? How are you? What if it doesn't get listed in Robinhood? I think it's surely going to be. But if it doesn't, I don't necessarily think it's like a, end of story for Shib. So new member, ASVLIV, became a YouTube member. You know what that means? My man just became part of the many people who are now in the giveaway basket, if you will. I'm going to pull a random winner, and the winner is going to get $300 UST at the end of October. The winner will be announced on Halloween. All you have to do is be a Patreon or YouTube member at any level. ASV just did that right here on YouTube. You can come over to the Patreon and do that. We've got $10 levels and $20 levels per month. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter, and you are entered to win. And if you'd be so kind to retweet this, if you haven't already, that would be awesome too. Okay, let's see here. Should I sell? I'm not selling. I'm not selling anything right now, okay? Is a dip expected soon, or is Shib just going to keep running up? Well, nothing runs up forever. I mean, there's going to be a pullback. The question is, where do we stop? Where do we start consolidating at that pullback once we start pulling back? I think it's going to be much higher. Where we'll consolidate, I think, will be much higher than all the way back down at the 07 range. At least that's my thought right now, okay? When to buy more, Susie Q? It's a good question. I mean, you can, a few days ago I said, don't buy while it's running, but it just continues to run, it seems like. But I would be patient. I would try to get it on a pullback if you can. I know it's tough because, it's that FOMO. It's that fear of missing out. I understand. I totally get it. When do you think Saitama will get listed on Binance? Good question. Not quite sure, but I think it'll get listed to a top 10 exchange sometime this month, in my opinion. Could be crypto.com. It could be KuCoin or Kraken. We'll see. As always, don't panic. Elon Musk, I love it. Like the smash button, Brian says, DCA, dollar cost average in. You could do that as well. That's a good point, Tricia. Appreciate that. Brian, like the smash button. Let's go. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, like that smash button. We're 5 minutes in, 352 people in here. How many people have hit the smash button? Can somebody tell me? I can't see it. We need at least 100 smash button likes. Smash button hits. We need at least 100 right here. Okay. Uremco, appreciate you, man. Thanks for sharing that link. I ain't selling anything until something hits 7 digits. Love it, Jack. That is awesome. Superfly, what's up? What's happening, man? Just joined. What's happening, brother? Matty Williams, first ever comment to you, mate. Do you think during all this we've lost all the paper hands? Maybe that's why we're holding. Well, we're not going to ever lose all the paper hands. However, I think we're losing some of those paper handers. I think more people will be long-term holders now that they see the potential. No question. So I'm getting 96 likes. I'm getting 100th smash coming in. There we go. I'm like number 76. There we go, Trisha. There we go. Cash Nate, man, Robinhood should jump all over this and open up Shib on its platform. I agree. I agree, Cash Nate. Do I see it beating Cardano in ranking and market cap? Anything is possible, Jeff, but over time, I think Cardano is going to be a household name in the top 5. I think Shib could eventually be in the top 10. Will it overtake Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin? Never say never, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. But that doesn't mean Shib's not going to do well. I mean, we're already number 21 right now on the big board, which is absolutely insane, right? Yeah, rank number 21. There it is right there. Let's see. Let's refresh this. 2284 level. Yep, rank number 21. Market cap of $9 billion. We have more than 3x our market cap in a very short amount of time. Very short amount of time. I absolutely love it. That is delightful to see, to say the least. George says top 10 this month. You got to believe to achieve, George. I love it. When we doing the Army? Arnie just needs to focus. Hold. I love it. Yes. Tim, there he is. Keep the politics out. We don't want to, keep the politics out. This is about crypto. Bitcoin hits 1 trillion market cap. Man, that would be. Listen, I think Bitcoin is certainly going to hit a $1 trillion market cap, right? But it's going to be a while because the overall market is, what, 2.2 trillion, and Bitcoin makes up 43%. Well, wait, does it already have 1 trillion? It might already have it. Let's see. It might be back there. There it is. Bitcoin is a $1 trillion market cap, and it is now 45% dominant. Look at that. Look at that. It's already there. Yes. Wow. Bitcoin is a $1 trillion market cap. Absolutely insane. Only 9 trillion left to catch gold. What happens when it catches gold? It becomes the store of value. That is fake, Charles. Elon was not on YouTube live talking about Shib. Anybody who's seeing this, I got to talk about this. This is fake. This is fake, okay? Do not, and you know what? I mean, I don't care if this thing, doesn't get monetized or whatever. I mean, because my last couple lives, for whatever reason, aren't getting ads. I don't know what I said or what I did. So I'm trying to be PG here. I don't know if I said anything, but this is fake. I don't care. I got to tell you, okay? So there's something surfing out there. Okay, let me show you. Let me pull this up. Because it actually just popped up on my feed recently, and I want to make sure people are aware of this because this is important. This is fake. Do not look at this. Do not click on anything. Do not text any WhatsApp messages, okay? Like the smash button if you're just popping in, please. That always helps us out. Hold on one sec. Let me pull this up. It's going to pop right up, okay? It's probably going to be near this one. Hold on one sec. Shiba Inu live. All right. So let me see where it's at here on the big board. Okay, so here we go. All right, so Josh is obviously real. I know a lot of people watch his stream. A lot of times it's like that lo-fi music. It's pretty cool, actually. Bitcoin to 60K. Okay, I don't know what that is. There's Austin. This right here is fake. Big Shiba event. This right here is fake. Phony baloney. Don't watch it. Do not watch this. See this right here? Shiba Inu live with Elon Musk? No. Fake. Fake, fake, fake. Okay? Don't watch it. Here's another one. Oh, no, that one's real. Okay. George did a Shiba Inu video. Love it. I like George a lot, but I think a lot of people were wrong about Shib. A lot of people were wrong about Shiba Inu. Oh, man, that's great. Sorry, I mean, I'm laughing in good spirits. I think George is a great content creator, but a lot of people had a lot of smack to say about Shib, and now they're eating those words because, well, you obviously know why. All right. So, yeah, Josh's is real. Okay. Hey, everybody on Josh's stream, is he actually on there? Come on over and join us. Yeah, but please, 5.5K watching this right now. It's fake. It's absolutely fake. Okay. So tell people this is phony baloney. It's fake. How do you determine it's fake? Because Shiba Inu, Elon Musk is not sitting down talking with Shib. You'd see it all over the place, George. They're taking an old clip and just talking, I don't even know. I watched a bit of it. I don't want to pull it up, okay? Sean, what's happening, man? Blocktopia, no, I haven't. But I just want to keep saying this for a little bit here, okay? So bear with me. For a lot of new people coming in, this is phony baloney, okay? Not real. Shiba Inu big event, not real, okay? Trying to see if there's any other ones. Okay, that seems to be okay. Okay. All right, I think that's just about all of them. Okay. This right here, don't pay attention to it. Bogus. Right here. No good. No good. Okay? That was the only one. All right, make sure everybody knows that. Spread the word on that. I do not want to see people get swindled, okay? I don't want to see it. So let's make sure everybody knows that's fake, okay? Yeah, Kumu Inu. I am watching it very closely, Christian. I'm watching it very, very closely, okay? So I haven't got any yet. I'm watching it very closely. Let's see. Daniel, what up, what up? Another positivity day. Notice we require people with insight into the Asian markets and crypto culture in Zach's Discord for more perspective in discussions. There we go. Appreciate you, Daniel. Thank you so much, man. Daniel is one of our private community members over at the Patreon Discord. I'm going to post that down here for everybody to see. There it is. It's also linked in this description of this live stream. So if you want to come on over and join us, we'd love to have you. We're getting close to 200 patrons, active patrons, I should say, this month. Okay, we're getting close. So that is going to be pretty cool. Only 23 remaining here on the insider packages. I might have to add some more, but get them while they last because I don't know how long they'll be there. So make sure you come on over and join us. FEG is up 50%. Really? Interesting. Thank you, Druva. Welcome. Daniel's awesome, so knowledgeable, very helpful indeed. Yeah, you're going to get access to Daniel and many other brilliant minds over in our private community, so come on down and join us. It is repeated many times, old clip, fake. Yeah, exactly. Fake giveaways. Jeremy Smith got it. Do not be swindled by that fake crap, okay? Should I go back and show everybody what that looks like? This right here, don't go there. This is fake. Shiba Inu big event, phony. Don't get scammed. Don't get scammed, okay? Thank you. All right, I'll keep that up. I'll keep going back to that because it's worth it. All right, biggest gainers, 24 hours. Let's see where we're at. Shib, you better believe it. But Arweave is actually up there. But if you go in the 7-day, wow, look at that. 225% increase on Shib in the 25-day, or sorry, in the 7-day. Kumu Inu is on Uniswap. Yes. Ryoshi Vision. I'm holding some, Steven. I bought $500 recently. Rick Howell, thank you for the super chat. Let the FOMO games begin for Shib. I love it, man. I love it. And we are heading back up right now. We're watching the 1 minute sticks right now. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Our high today has been to the 2490 range. If we can get to a new all-time high and crack 25 on this stream, I am going to be excited. I'm going to be pumped. Okay? Going to be pumped up. Is it true that Elon is tweet about Shib? That Elon Musk is tweet? I haven't seen it. I'm glad I got Shib USD on time. I already eat up 2 zeros. Diamond hands, everyone. No, that's awesome. Zach went Lambo. Kevin, my man. Anyone tried Shib drop? No. It's already been at 25 today. Yeah, depending on where you look. I can see that, Trevor. Depending on where you look, yeah. But here on TradingView, it says 2490. See, 52-week range, it says we already got up to the 5000. This is we want Shib USD. We want that. Matt, someone just sold 7 or 17 billion Shibas 2 hours ago, hence the massive bump now. Nice. Love it. Shib hit 2650 earlier to view. It shows, well, no, days range here shows just below it, but yeah, it depends where you look. Well, if we get back up there, I'm still going to be fired up. How about that? 250. Nice. 250 mil. Nerve-wracking, but I got diamond hands. Nice. Ron D, what's happening? What is happening? Where's Ric Flair when you need him? Where is Ric Flair when you need him? Saitama Shib Klee Kishu. I haven't heard of that. Oh, those are just a bunch of them, huh? Oh, Eric Bronk, welcome to the Patreon, my friend. Rajib, welcome to the Patreon. I will be sending you a message after the stream. Welcome to the Patreon. Let's talk 3-year term. How do we see Shib performing during the bear market, and how do we see in the next bull run? That is an interesting question. Daniel, I think 3-year terms, I love the potential Shib has. I think it'll perform actually pretty well in a bear market. I don't think a lot of people will sell off. I think a lot of people will buy. It's just a matter of where we start consolidating at during that bear market, right? I think a lot of people are going to be willing to hold, and a lot of people are going to be willing to buy the dips because they know where we've been before in the bull market. So smart money will be buying the dips, in my opinion. But Daniel, if you would like to come on the stream, let me know. I'll send you a link over on Discord, and I'll bring you on, my friend. You can help me out for a bit and chat with me, and that'd be cool. So let me know in the StreamYard chat, and I'm off it for a minute. So once I see that, yeah, I'll bring you on. Zach, what does it mean? 1 unit Shiba in million. 1 unit Shiba in millions. Omid, I'm not quite sure. Daniel, sure. Let me get another computer. Give me 5 minutes. Gotcha. What's the position with Robinhood? The position or the petition? There's a petition for us to get listed there. It's over 200,000, by the way. But yeah, it's just a push for us to get listed there. Thoughts on BTF and I don't know anything about that. Sorry, Kevin. Any updates on Robinhood? No updates. I'm just hearing the same rumors. I know talking to Dell Crypto a little bit, well, once before on the stream, and seeing his tweets and things like that. He believes it's going to happen. It's imminent. It's just a matter of time. It's going to be a little while still, probably. I thought initially they would focus on the wallets first, but maybe I was wrong, and I'd be pleasantly surprised if they just go ahead and list some more assets and they list Shib before those wallets come out. I would love it. I would be pumped up about it. So we'll have to see what happens. Andreas, thank you for the super chat, my friend. Do you think Shiba will start burning the tokens like Saitama and Baby Doge do currently? Any info on that? Yes, Andreas. They are working in some burning mechanisms. So this is one right here. This is the right here. Where is it? When burn. So when people buy Shiboshis, which are part of the NFT project they're launching. And there's going to be many more instances like this, right? But whenever the names change, these funds are burnt to the Shib burn wallet. If everyone burns their name, or if everyone names their Shiboshis rather, that'll be $1 million burn. Now, I think they can do a lot more of this over time, okay? So yes, burning is going to become a part of the Shib ecosystem. It's just going to take time because they didn't build it in to the tokenomics to start, right? So they're going to have to kind of do that strategically over time, which I think is totally cool. I think they'll be able to. I'm excited to see what they come up with. So yeah, that's kind of what we've got there. Okay. Let's see here. I'm just going to send Daniel this link real quick. So he has it. Daniel, I'm sending you the link so you have it. Come on and join whenever you're ready, my friend. Okay, so let's bounce back over to StreamYard. Let's see, 1 million per name. No, 1 million total. If everyone names their Shiboshis, that'll be a $1 million burn. I have 20 million Shib. How much will I have at 0.01? 1 cent. You have 20 million Shib, so you can just do that quick math. Can somebody do that quick math? I can't do it while I'm on a stream. 20 times 0.01. Well, 20 times $1 would be 1 million. 1% of 1 million is what? 1% of 1 million is what? John Thompson, 200K? That doesn't sound right, is it? 20 million? Yeah, that is right. 200K. That is right. Zach, should we be worried about the whale buys? No, we should love it. We should love it, man. We should absolutely love it. Rick Howell, 200,000. What? 200K. Yeah, there you go. Rick, thank you, man. Another super chat. Caesar, what's the right investment in your opinion to make a mill by 2025, 2026? I've told people 10K, which is what I invested months ago when it was in the nice. That's very nice, Caesar. The right investment is probably a combination of some things. I don't like to go all in on any one particular move, but I think a combination of investments would be best. Looks like you're already well on your way with Shib, so I would look to diversify a little bit. So, hey, Rick Flair's in the house. What's up, Rick? How you doing, man? Dot 10K. Can you explain what a burn really does? Thank you. Yeah, it's real simple. I'll give you the simple layman's terms. A burn takes away from the overall supply, and due to supply and demand, when we have less supply, the demand is higher, and the price will, your Shib tokens will be worth more, right? So as we burn supply, your Shib tokens will be worth more. That's really all you need to know. So burning is good if you're holding Shib. What will happen when all the whales sell? I don't think they're all going to sell, but if they all collaborated together and sold, it would be a massive drop in the price, 100%. But I think a lot of whales are holding for the long term as well. They might take some profits along the way, but I don't think they'll completely liquidate. We need to burn 99% of tokens. That would be awesome, but very hard to do. And Daniel's in the house. So Daniel, we're going to bring you on here in just a second. For those of you who don't know Daniel, he's in our private community member over at the Patreon. We've got the supporter level, insider level, 2 different packages here. And we've got an unbelievable community brewing that Daniel's a big part of. He helped me organize all of our channels over at our Discord. And he's done an unbelievable job with the classrooms and helping everybody grow their portfolios. That's what we're all about. So I'll bring him in. He can talk a little bit more about what he's got going on with the classrooms. I can pull that up on screen for us real quick. We'll talk about that briefly, and then we'll get into some questions from everybody out there, and we'll have some fun for a little bit before I go work out and go to the gym. So let's bring on Daniel to the stream. How we doing, my friend? Daniel, you there?
Probably now. I'm not muted, right?
Now you're good.
All right. How goes?
How you doing, man?
Roller coaster of a couple of days.
Wow. To say the least, right?
I definitely am getting a harsh lesson in patience when taking profits.
No question.
Me and a couple people after the first one, and I'm pretty sure most people thought after that first initial acquire that Robinhood did. Everyone sort of figured it would consolidate after that, and it was. It spent a good 3 hours trading sideways, built up a good market, and I went to sleep. I woke up, and then
Crazy.
midday did it again.
So let me ask you. Well, first off, I can hear myself coming back. Is that something you could fix?
I can try. Give me a second.
Okay. I want to ask Daniel here when we get that sorted out what he thinks this is. I think it's a combination of everything. So everybody out there listening, welcome in. I think it's just everything coming together, whether it's FOMO, it's institutional money, it's retail money, it's Bitcoin doing well, it's, hey, we're listed on Coinbase now, it's Robinhood, it's everything, in my opinion. I think it's all coming to head here all at once, in my opinion. We got a super chat here. Let me get to this. What do you actually think the price of Shib will stabilize at? DeBaby, thank you for the $5 super chat. It's a really good question. I don't know. I don't have a great answer right now. I think it's definitely going to, come back down at some point and consolidate. I do think it's going to consolidate at a much higher place than where we were before in the 07s. So that's kind of my 2 cents, but we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see.
Sorry, is it better now?
Yeah, that's
Excellent.
good.
Awesome. One thing that I'm very happy is, like, again, myself and a couple of folks on the Discord, we started taking profits. So we really phased it in. Like our first initial profit take was 15% a bag, which we took at, if memory serves, 13.43. And then on the downtrend, we took out a 12.70, a 25% a bag. Now me, again, the strategy, and this is something I advise everybody, if you're taking something you actually intend to long-term speculate on, you should put a bag aside for long-term hold that is really hard for you to access. So for me, luckily I had my Shib set up so that I had a bag of Shib that is actually, I have to drive to the other end of the country, small country, so in order to get to it. So I'm only swing trading with my hot wallet bag. But still, right now my buy back point, my objective isn't to cash out and hold it. It's to actually get more Shib. So right now I'm waiting for bear market to roll in one day, and my buyback point is 800 and mid 700s. So
I like
get back a nice amount of Shib on top of that.
I like it, man. So let me ask you this. I could still hear myself, but I could do it without. It's a little weird.
The other option is I do it on my phone.
It's all good. Let me know this. What do you think the reason is for everything still happening after the Robinhood news? Is it just a combination of FOMO? Is it Coinbase has it listed there now? A lot of people use Coinbase.
So looking at the volume trend, okay, first, before anything, there's something I have to clear up that I keep hearing YouTubers say that isn't really accurate. They seem to think that Robinhood is an actual, is a non-custodial exchange. Robinhood is buying a reserve. They're not buying liquidity. So when you purchase on Robinhood, you're purchasing IOUs from Robinhood for an amount of Shib. If you buy 1 billion Shib on Robinhood, that's not 1 billion of volume that actually happens. So that's the input. So I mean, the bulk of the traffic from Robinhood joining comes from them acquiring reserves. So if there's enough traffic on it, then they will buy more.
Gotcha.
So I mean, the upside is that enough people on Robinhood purchase it. Eventually, you're going to see a large reserve buy from Robinhood. But you can actually go onto Robinhood and spend all day just trading 1 billion Shib back and forth, and you won't see the volume move an inch. So what we do see is a pattern on Shib around the noon and the 2 a.m. Greenwich time, London time. Excuse me. And what we do see, I mean, I'm trying to find the chain analytics to really back this up. So at the moment, it's just a theory. But what we're seeing is some traffic coming from, if you know what mixers are a service that you use to anonymize crypto. And it really looks like it's coming from Monero outlets of Typhoon and Shapeshift, which, I mean, if I were in China and the government had just made crypto illegal and I wanted to sort of offshore some of my funds, that's how I would do it. I would use a mixer service to anonymize some crypto, put a Shib bag that I would trade through Uniswap, and leave that for 5-6 years. And then hopefully 7, 8, 9 years down the line, my government is more friendly to crypto, and I can take those funds out. So
Interesting.
that's a theory that currently is up in the air. It is not at all certain, but that's being worked on.
Very interesting. A normal guy's perspective. Thank you for the super chat, $10 super chat. And I think Daniel and I will both get at this question. I know you love price prediction questions, right, Daniel?
Absolutely.
Will 0.0001 be possible in this year if Robinhood happens? So essentially shaving another zero off the price. Do you think we could run that high?
That's 20 times Doge's market cap, nearly,
Right.
almost. So give or take a healthy amount, but that would be a stretch for this year. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. Nothing's impossible. Believe in yourself, but I'd say not this cycle, to be kind.
I agree. Do you think, though, speaking on Doge, do you think we can get to Doge's market cap?
I think I mean, it would take a big shift in attitude in institutional investors. I mean, you can barely see nowadays institutional investors taking Dogecoin seriously. So for them to have another Dogecoin rolled around and to just start adopting it, it would take some sort of seismic shift. The fact that what it would take is Shiba Inu. Because if you tell them that if you could probably sell to an institutional investor, you know how that Dogecoin thing took off. Well, here's the same exact thing. It's a dog coin, but they have a blockchain. So it may not hit a thousandth of a penny, or a 10,000th of a penny, like the gentleman asked. But you could see you could see Dogecoin's market cap in this next, I'd say, year and a half, if Shiba Inu comes out and it gets widely adopted. The main thing they got to do is they got to create an on-ramp so that it's really easy for someone who knows nothing about crypto to get adopted into Shib. So that's actually something that community developers need to start working on. I'm not sure if there is actually a volunteer method for you to get in touch with Satoshi Kusama and actually start working on, like, if I want to make a wallet for Shib, but one that's actually made for someone who knows nothing about crypto, that would actually be excellent.
That would be. Yeah, I would love to get a hold of Satoshi. I know your pop has had him on in some capacity on Saturdays and things like that. So I would love to someday soon maybe talk to him. We got a super chat here: 10K Shib, 10K ETH, 4K Crow, 10K Cardano are my investments. My profits are 30K plus Shib, 17K Ethereum, 10K Crow. It's all thanks to you and Austin. That's awesome, Caesar. That's great to hear, man. I'm very happy for you that your portfolio is looking green today. And
more Cardano.
Chat.
More Cardano in that mix. Definitely more ADA in that mix.
That's what you would say?
Yes.
Somebody's asking, and I've seen this a few times. They're asking if you create content. Listen, I've been telling Daniel he needs to start. And obviously, I would help you, man. And, I think you'd be great. Obviously, you have to, if I don't even know if you want to do that, but I think you'd
I appreciate it. No, right. First of all, I appreciate the push. I cleared with one side of my employer that legally they said, like, they would appreciate it if I didn't, but then there's actually no rule against it, and I need an okay from a different group that's my managers, and then I can get to work on it.
Gotcha. Understandable. So there you go. Coming soon, everybody. So apparently Robinhood has customer service phone number now. If you, I know I mentioned this yesterday, Mo's wanted pranks. That's hilarious. Who signed the petition, called that line? I mentioned that yesterday. I got a pop-up, alert from Robinhood. That would be funny if we all started using that phone number for different support reasons. That would be hilarious. But is it worth it to invest in Shib right now? I'm getting this a lot. Daniel, I want your opinion. Is it way too late right now? I mean, I feel like I said that yesterday too, and I don't know, man. What do you think?
At the moment, it's just too much influx to be sure. I mean, look, if you have zero Shib right now and you don't want to be at all, get in for 10%. Pick what your number is. Pick what your amount of Shib that you would be comfortable with is, and enter for 10%.
I like that.
And then nice and easy schedule over the next year. There will eventually be a bear market, and there will be ample time for you to acquire in that span. And I think we can generally agree that Shib is not going to vanish over a bear market.
No,
like it may have a hard time. I slightly disagree with your assessment. I think it'll have a bit of a hard time because it'll be its first bear market. Because we really don't actually have a firm breakdown of what what the whole, like we have chain analytics to tell what the breakdown is. But if you've got someone who's got today $80,000 worth of Shib, and they actually held through the 80% dip down from 3.5 area, if during the bear market they lose 90% of that amount, then they will not be in a good mood. Like if you have someone who got in a month ago, and is now up $80,000, $90,000, and that's pretty much life-changing money for them, or enough to pay off their mortgage, then them losing their mortgage payment will cause a lot of fear.
Very true.
But on the upside, if you've got the patience to dollar cost average your way in over the bear market, it is, if today you were happy about your 100, 200, 500 million Shib, you can very easily work up a 10, 15 billion bag over the span of 2 years. Like, don't be in a rush, guys. The market isn't going anywhere.
Love that. A normal guy's perspective. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Very kind, very generous of you. Appreciate that. Thanks, guys. What is the peak in price you foresee in the best case scenario? I think you're saying this year in this cycle. I can see it getting slightly over all-time highs and then pulling back. Daniel, do you have different opinions, thoughts on that?
I see a lot of resistance at the all-time high. It would need to be like three things lining up together. So it would need to be like a couple of major exchange announcements, which are really temporary, to be honest. After the first couple of exchange announcements, it's just a burst and then it dies down. So it needs to be like an exchange announcement and then a platform change announcement, something either fundamental to Shiba Swap or a layer 2 solution, something like that, and then something else unforeseen sort of stacked. So if they got those three in a row, then you could probably see a break of the all-time high. I personally don't see it breaking the all-time high in this cycle, though. Like it may reach it, it'll have a lot of resistance around it. Simply because of the bulk of, I'm pretty sure the bulk of people, something like at least 40% of holders actually purchased during it when it was falling from the 3.5 mark. So they're gonna get back their money and get 10% and then be like, okay, I'm happy, or at least take out a big chunk.
Right. Super chat from a hot dog vending forum. Hilarious name. Love that. I don't know if that's an actual business. If it is, shout out to your business. And Shib is pumping all of a sudden here on the 1 minute. So we'll zoom into that. So I bought Shib at the 5.0 level, we'll call it. I have 200 million coins. I'm reluctant to sell because I believe in the long-term hold. Do you think Shib will dip to what level? Well, hot dog, here's the thing. I mean, sure, the easiest thing is to be a little bit passive about it and just hold it, and you could do that. If you're not gonna check it every day and it's not gonna be a roller coaster for your emotions, then sure, tuck it away, and that's an easy way to kind of go about it. But like Daniel said, you can take some incremental profits along the way to secure some of that wealth, and as he also mentioned, you can also then keep that money on the sidelines, whether it's in a stable coin or maybe offline until you bring it back in, and then you can buy in a bear market. So there's a couple different ways you can go about it. Appreciate the super chat, man. Let's see here. I think I got another one popping in here. Bolik has a $5 super chat. I buried almost 200 million on Shiba Swap. I set it up with my Coinbase wallet. I don't have access to it. Is there any way I can unbury to a different wallet? This is a question for Daniel. Can you help him? Let me pull this up on screen for you too.
Yeah, sorry, I missed half of the question, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Hold on, let me find it. This thing goes so quick. Where is it? So basically, he said he has 200 million buried, as I'm trying to find it here. Tried to send it to his Coinbase wallet. Oh, here it is. Showing it on screen.
I'm sending it to my Coinbase wallet. I don't have access to it. Is there a way I can unbury to Coinbase? When you say Coinbase wallet, you mean the DeFi wallet, right? I realize I'm not talking.
So. I think he does.
When you say you don't have access to it, you can unstake it. Just mechanically, what you're basically doing when you stake is you're actually swapping it for something called SSLP, which is a Shiba Swap liquidity token. What I'm confused is if he staked it on Coinbase or if he staked it on Shiba Swap.
Right.
He said bury, so I assume he means Shiba Swap.
Yeah, he said he buried it 200 million on Shiba Swap.
Okay, so if you're buried on Shiba Swap, what you've essentially done is you've locked your Shib with them, and you've received SSLP. So if you take the public address of your wallet and you put it into Etherscan, you'll actually see that you have a token that's called SSLP. And technically, to transfer it to a different wallet, it's a bit risky to just do it directly. But technically, you can just send that SSLP to a different wallet, and then that stake actually moves. And then whenever they give out rewards, it'll go there. I would recommend not doing it that way unless you know what you're doing with Web3, because the way to do that is actually to interact with the contract. If you're in the Discord, I can maybe walk you through it. But what you're looking to do really is you can just, I mean, first of all, unstaking, just wait for the gas to be low and do it. 200 mil Shib at the moment, you're actually going to spend more money on gas, unstaking it, transferring it, and staking it back than the 200 mil is worth in gas fees, because gas fees have just been insane for the last 3 days.
Crazy high. I'm hoping they go down a little bit lower. There's one I'd like to look at. You might know the name of it too. We'll save that for the private community though.
Okay.
So we got another super chat. Rigo Garza. It was around 2 billion market cap less than a week ago. I know, right? Now it's a 9 billion. You really don't think it's passing Doge? Well, I mean, sure, it's easy to say, you know, if it did it once, it could do it again. But for it to do that again back to back here, like in a short amount of time, that's going to be really tough. But as Daniel said, and I've said before, never say never. I mean, anything's possible in the crypto world.
Doge will never reach a penny. Doge will never reach 10 cents. You know, it's
right.
Crypto is so, you know, Bitcoin will never reach $10.
Right.
Cryptosphere is filled with things which will never happen. It's never is a dangerous word to use in crypto.
It'll never happen until it does, right?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on the Whitebit listing tomorrow? Yeah, I saw that. I don't know much about this exchange. Daniel, do you have any thoughts? And we are pumping right now. Massive pump.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have one now, and presumably if we follow the same pattern as the last few days, we're going to have another one in 7 hours.
Very nice.
That's just like we have these two lines where the volume just starts peaking.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Whitebit. I'm just trying to see if they're custodial or no. I mean, I'm not familiar with Whitebit, sort of what their market is. If somebody knows, they could just shut up. Let's see. Whitebit.
I would say too, while Daniel's checking that out, I mean, it can never hurt, right? I mean, it's not a household name. It's not a Coinbase of the world. It's not a, you know, heck, it's not even really like a Voyager eToro, at least in my opinion. I might be wrong there, but I'd be interested to see how many active users they have. Maybe I'll look that up on the side. But we're getting a little bit of a correction here on Shib. Welcome in, everybody. If you could smash that like button real quick if you haven't already. We've got Daniel, one of our private community members, on here. If you want to join our Patreon, it's a great place to learn about crypto and a great community to be a part of. That link is down in the description. Was it Whitebit? Yeah, that's it. Whitebit Exchange users. Let's see.
I can run my mouth globally about it. I mean, an exchange listing, if it's your third, fourth, or fifth exchange listing and you already own your own exchange, I mean, it's nice. No one's going to complain about it. But if it does generate, I mean, what I'm wondering is if it's a custodial exchange where you're just basically trading IOUs for Shib, in which case they need to pick up reserves, or if they're just listing it and they're going to have a liquidity pool. Or if it's just a hybrid exchange where there's no liquidity pool involved and they're just pointing you elsewhere. It doesn't look like it's a custodial exchange. They apparently have a license for both. It looks like they have a bit of 1 second.
Well, we're checking that out. They say they claim to have 150,000 users from the EU, South America, and Asia registered on the platform. It offers instant transactions with P2P codes, possibility of staking, private and public API, and number of trading tools, limit market, stop limit, and stop market orders. Rigo, imagine when it gets listed to Robinhood. What if everyone on Robinhood dumps Doge and buys Shiba? You think that could happen? I don't know if it can happen with everyone, but I'm sure there would be some of that. Yes, there would be some people, especially if Doge is still, you know, making people money. They might see it as a more advantageous route to take some profits and put that back into Shib to reinvest it. I could certainly see that. That's a good thought.
But I mean, again, to speak to what Rigo mentioned, that's the thing about custodial exchanges such as Robinhood is that, you know, even if everybody on Robinhood dumped their Doge, I mean, that might do the trick, to be honest, but it's not going to create any volume on Shib. Like no Shib is trading hands. You just have 4 wallets that belong to Robinhood that each hold a few trillion, and you're just trading an IOU. So if everyone dropped their Doge and moved to Shib, what would happen is that Robinhood would need a larger reserve of Shib. So the good thing about that is if enough people on Robinhood they don't need to switch their Doge to Shib, they just need to start picking up enough Shib. If there's a lot of demand, then it doesn't manifest as like a steady increase in volume. It manifests as a sudden they need to acquire, you know, 1 trillion Shib to cover their reserves. So that's why it's a different animal. Because I mean, during the acquisition of what appears to be Robinhood's reserves, nearly 15% of all Shib in circulation went to 4 wallets. Like that's insane. That's more than like Saitoshi's teams apparently have. Just doing the mental math. Like,
wow. AMC will now take in Doge. You believe they will consider Shiba? I think it's certainly possible. I think AMC, I think it's just an awesome story, first and foremost. The fact, I mean, a lot of people want to say, like, you know, Wall Street bets, just it's ruining the market and it's so crazy. I think it's brilliant. I think it's great. I love it. I think, I mean, when you look at it from AMC standpoint, GameStop standpoint, those companies literally got saved because of Wall Street bets, because of people in retail on the retail side. I mean, without that, AMC was essentially going under. Same thing with GameStop. So I love it, and I love that they're looking for different routes to appeal to those people who help them. So I think it's really cool. Is there a tutorial for Shiba Swap? Yes, there is, John. There's a bunch of them out there. There is a couple different creators who really that was their sole job. It's actually Rocket Crypto, right? Who's over at Satama. He put out a bunch of content, and I'm sure you can still find those Shiba Swap tutorials out there. Let's see. We got another super chat. Zach Routh, welcome. I have 10.6 billion Shib. I could take 160K and cut my Shib in half. Good idea. Ooh, that's a lot of profits, Daniel. What would you do?
Oh dear, not financial advice. First of all,
never financial advice.
10.6 billion Shib. What I'm worried is what did you purchase it for? First of all, how much of that 160 is that 160K profit or is that 160K? I mean, if that's 160K profit, take a bit of profit first of all.
Yes.
But before anything else, if you're sitting on 10 billion Shib and it's all in one place, set some aside, because I assume that you didn't buy 10 billion Shib on a whim, and that you actually think that 4 or 5 years down the line, it's going to be worth a chunk more. I can tell you firsthand that I sold Doge way too early. Like when it peaked, I sold. I made a great deal of money, but I missed out on making a ton of money off of Doge because I sold it way too early. And there was a year or two of absolute nothing going on with it, absolute crash between. So first things first, if you have 10 bill in one wallet, take 2-3 of that bill. Consider putting 30% aside in a cold storage wallet. Get a ledger, store it there, put it in a safe deposit box, and let it chill for 2, 3, 4 years. See where it goes. I wouldn't personally advise sitting on $160,000 of profit and not taking some of it at this height. Even if it's just a plan to buy in during the bear market. Like set yourself a $20,000-$30,000 budget from that you take out as profit right now, and then you have a $20,000 bag that you have right there. You can during the bear market, you can DCA your way in, have even more Shib at the end.
I agree. I want to ask you, when did you get into Doge? I don't know I think you got in before I did. I got in right around 1 cent and sold at like 7 cents.
Oh dear. No.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
No. So I got into Doge around 2016, 2017.
Oh, wow.
When it was nothing. I was able to mine it for fun, for like just tons of it. The reason I got into it was because there was a casino that I was at work, and I was working at the time, my hands were free most of the time, so I wanted a crypto casino. And
Very cool.
There's this one called Embit that actually, the easiest one at the time where I lived to acquire. You could purchase Doge pretty easily back then over Changely. You could just credit card $100, get 10 million Shib, get 10 million Doge or something like that, and gamble with it for X amount of time. So I had a bunch of it because of that, and then a couple of people at work also saw this, and it was back when the ICO craze was going on as well. So you had a couple of people at work who wanted to get their hands on a bit of this Doge because whatever, they want some crypto, they'll put it aside. They were the smart ones. So beginning of this year, I get sort of in May when Doge, I forget exactly which month it was, but when Doge hit 70 cents, some of these guys are just like, yeah. So these guys, I got one buddy who redid his kitchen. I got another one who had just gotten married, and the guy finds he now has a $90,000 nest egg to begin with, and this is because he gave me $50 or $100 back in 2016.
Wow.
So love stories like that, but I'm the one who missed out of the 7 or 8 buddies at work who all purchased Doge off of me. I'm the one who made no profit off of it. I made profit. I made excellent profit off of it. But if I look at the amount of Doge I had back in 2017, I don't recall exactly when I sold it, but my overall profit was about 35K. So, but my potential profit was in the millions.
Wow.
So, don't cry over spilled milk.
Yes, exactly. Another super chat from ASVLIV, $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Hi, guys. New here. If you want to add 2 to 3K to your portfolio at this time, which coins would you add? Thank you. Wow. That's a big question. And we're going to tackle that question. I just want to pull this one up so I don't lose any of these super chats coming in. I would say, and I'll let Daniel answer this too, I would look to see what's pulled back a little bit. Algorand, I know, was down about 6%. That's one I like. But here's the thing. Are you planning on adding to this portfolio, or do you just want to spend 2 to 3K and set it and forget it, right? Because that's a different kind of scenario. I can tell you this, Ethereum, Cardano are my 2 favorite long-term holds. Some of the ones I think that are going to do really well in the near distant future. Algorand, Phantom, Harmony One, VeChain, Shib has already kind of been on that list and performing really well right now. That's what I've got. Daniel, any thoughts on that? I know it's kind of, we need a little bit more context there, but
first off, in general, I don't think now is the right time to be throwing 3-4K at purchases. There's in terms of how stuff's doing, the sector that's kind of down-ish or in a slow move at the moment is a lot of the financial tech stuff. So again, Alchemy Pay, AMP is, again, I'm not bullish on AMP, but AMP is safe. AMP is like a pillow. Like it's not going to vanish. I like these. Like Cody is in a great position to buy at the moment. It's at the 51 mark, but it really tends to bounce off that 51 to 49 mark often. I'm waiting for it to have some serious movement. I'm curious to see how Cody performs when ADA takes off. Excuse me for 1 sec.
Yes, and he mentioned Alchemy Pay there. That's one of my favorites. Go ahead, Daniel.
No, first of all, I wouldn't suggest buying into one thing. If you're going for 3K to, you want 1K to be in something stable, steady, I'd say 1K in ADA. Take 1,500 into ADA. In that, if you're absolutely in a rush right now to put an extra 3K into crypto, 1,500 into ADA. I'd say 500 to 700 into something else and something fintech that's really stable. So I'd say take 500 to 700, distribute amongst Cody, Alchemy Pay, and AMP. If that's your bag. If not, maybe if you want something riskier, go for like the NFT gaming scene. Project Quantum is one that's been taking off repeatedly. But there's a lot of the smaller gaming ones. I don't want to talk about the big gaming ones now because they're kind of all over the place. But put it this way: start with if you want to do riskier, start with a list of 10 things you like in the NFT gaming sphere and knock off 8 of those, and then split the either the remainder or the 500, 700 I was mentioning amongst those gaming ones. If you want something riskier, it's very weird that the successful portfolios right now are the dogs and the games, and like the financial tech and the blockchains are like, okay, Bitcoin's doing great today, but
right.
It's a very strange state of affairs.
No question. Great insight there too. I agree with him there with Alchemy Pay, AMP. Very, very safe. They've just been hovering at those 4-cent and 6-cent levels for seemingly the last few months. Confused on my 200 mil. I have buried shows. Buried shows. The Shiba X. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Xshib. Yes.
Xshib. Okay.
Xshib is buried Shib. Xshib is staked Shib. Sorry.
Okay. And then so he says on Coinbase wallet. On my laptop. Okay, I just can't connect it to my phone. Just want to make sure I can unbury to a different wallet if need be.
When you say unbury to a different wallet, the answer is no. There's not really such a thing.
Right.
Like you can unbury to the current wallet. Burying and unburying, or staking and unstaking Shib,
right,
is basically converting Shib to Xshib. And if you're adding to liquidity pool, then you get SSLP, which is liquidity token. So this is why Shiba Swap's choice to use lingo based around dogs kind of confuses things a bit, but
100%.
in DeFi, or rather in crypto in general. Staking is when you're basically putting it up for lending, and liquidity provision is when you provide a pair of tokens to work with. So when you're saying Berry, I can't remember if Berry or Dig is liquidity pools, but I assume because you said Shiba X, it's X Shib. If you don't see it in your wallet, what you want to do is you want to, in whichever wallet it is you're doing, you want to hit receive. You want to copy your public address of your wallet, and you want to search it in Etherscan. First of all, just to make sure it's actually there. Because there's always the odd chance that something went wrong and it's not really there. What happens is when you stake Shib, you receive a token called X Shib that gets minted when you deposit it, and as soon as you put it back in, and as soon as you put it back into the contract, it gives you back your Shib. I hope that was somewhat clear.
No, that was great.
If the problem is that Bollock doesn't see it, what you need to do is you search your wallet in Etherscan, and then you get the contract address of Xshib, and then you just add that as a custom token in the wallet.
Love it. Can you check out Boss Token on CMC?
I keep hearing about this one.
They are me too. They're creating an ETH plus BSC portfolio tracker to track all of the investments on one page. Interesting. So let's read a little bit about this. Patrick, thank you for the $10 super chat too. And everybody who's just checking in for Shib, we are covering Shib. We will go right back to it. All 2,700 people in here. That's pretty cool. Make sure you smash that like button. I don't know how many likes we're at. Hopefully over a few 500-ish. We should be more than that by now. But if you haven't already, like the smash button, please. Really helps us out here on YouTube. So the Boss Token is a community-driven DeFi crypto with the aim to become the boss of dog coins. Interesting. Two main functions happen during the trade. RFI static rewards distributed to holders, and LP acquisition RFI static rewards gives holders passive rewards through redistribution of trades, which is automatically redistributed to holders' wallets. Automatic LP has each trade automatically generating liquidity, which goes into locked pools, helping keep the price consistent as it grows. Fair launch allows anyone and everyone to participate without pre-sale manipulation. Starting liquidity was provided by developers. Okay. So it's down actually 12% here. Patrick, thank you for the super chat. It is one should be on our radar. We need to look into a little bit more. I have been seeing a lot of people comment about it, though. It's been everywhere recently.
Yeah, but if today you're looking for something to track, not just BSC and ETH, you can also pretty much any of a dozen chains, 8board. It's their address is 8board.finance, APEBOARD.
Okay.
And you don't have to connect your wallet or anything. You just put in the public address of each of your wallets, and it tracks it very well. Perfect. Like if that's what the person wanted. I'm just saying, like, that is a tool which exists, and it's a very good one for tracking your portfolio. Great. Good stuff. It also, if you have staked Shib, it'll calculate your rewards and tell you how much you have waiting for you.
Very cool. Very cool. I want to get to Falcon 9 here in a minute too. The launchpad, or the supposedly being used launchpad for Shibarium, the L2 blockchain. But Bascod's got a super chat. Can you sell a token that's not listed on the exchanges yet? I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm not quite sure what you mean.
If what you mean is you got a token in a pre-sale and you're trying to sell it beforehand, you can transfer it. So you could do a private sale. There are some specific types of contracts that people write, like Surge would be an example, where you can actually purchase and sell the token directly with the contract. So there's no need for an exchange. But generally speaking, the answer would be no. Simply because there's no liquidity. Like, you would have to do a private sale with somebody for something else. Mm-hmm. So either someone writes a contract and you interact with it, and you send this much of a token, they send you this much ether, or you would work out a personal agreement with somebody. But until, not just that, even when they list it, you can list the token, and if there's no liquidity for it, then nobody can trade it.
Gotcha. Luis. Is that Luis? Yeah, Luis. Mulholland, thank you for the super chat. Bit worried about the fraud scans with wallets. What is the best hard wallet to get? One that supports both Shib and Satama. Treasure. Is it Treasure? Treasure. I've heard of that one, and I know it's very, very good. I know a lot of people that I respect and I watch here on YouTube actually use it. Do you have any thoughts here?
I can't recommend the Ledger Nano X strongly enough, but again, Trezor is equally as secure in terms of how it functions. The only thing is that if you look at any new blockchains, if you have a new blockchain that came out that becomes popular, then usually the first one they develop for is Ledger. So
Gotcha.
that's pretty much the only reason I prefer the Ledger versus a Trezor.
And the Nano X is easy to use too, right, Daniel? I mean, it seems to be like the most user friendly.
It once it's okay, there's a bit of a curve if you want to use ERC20 tokens like Shib and all those on it. There's a little bit of configuration at the beginning that can get a bit confusing. But after that, it's pretty, like, there's pretty clear videos and instructions on how to set it up. Obviously, there's community, but so I'd say after the first 3 days of using a ledger, it's second nature. It's extremely easy, and but by that point, that and Trezor kind of work pretty much the same. The only real advantage I see about Ledger is it's just more popular amongst new chains. So when VeChain became a thing, VeChain was actually available on Ledger at release, whereas Trezor took, I think, about a month or two to be available. XRP has been available forever. And if you want exotic chains, but not necessarily exotic, but if you want chains that are kind of tricky to find support for hardware wallets, then yeah. I understand that Trezor does have some bugs when it comes to working with MetaMask, but I personally haven't seen it because I don't know Trezor. But also, once in a while, you get a bug with a Ledger as well.
Very cool. This is TradingView, Brian. I see your comment here.
Sorry, gonna cut in for 1 sec. I should mention, regardless if you're buying a Trezor or a Ledger, always buy directly from the manufacturer, because there are tons of people who are selling on eBay and whatever, and they'll either modify it or they'll have the seed phrase in advance. So 100% always buy it directly from the manufacturer.
Too many stories of that happening, right? Buying from Amazon or eBay. Go right to the Ledger website. A lot of times too, I guess this is pro tip. You probably know this too, but you can go into Reddit forums and get people's discount codes.
Or you can have a YouTuber who you're watching or maybe talking to
true.
Right now. Maybe get an affiliate link with them. I don't know.
That is true. That is true. So there you go. The Ledger, and I don't use one yet. Everybody out there listening, but I'm definitely looking into it. And I'll tell you this: when I do get one, Daniel's already agreed that he's going to help me set it up. So I'm looking forward to it. Tenzin says, I got GR. Oh, is that grapefruit a few months ago? And then it was a rug pull today. Really? Grapefruit was a rug pull today? I see 248. Is it safe to convert to ETH? Wow. This is the one that popped up. Who the heck was running that? It was the power lifter guy. Oh my gosh. Who the heck was running it? Kai Green. He was a big SHIB proponent who started the grapefruit coin. I didn't hear anything about this. That's too bad, Tenzin. Is it safe to convert it to ETH? If it's in MetaMask, I would say yes, right? I think that's kind of how I'm reading into that. Can I buy right now or should I wait? That's a question we're getting a lot. I think what Daniel said is perfect. 10%. Maybe if you have, let's say you have $1,000, you want to get into SHIB, but it's really high right now. Get 10% in there. Then wait. If it dips down below, okay, get another 10% or 20%. Try to dollar cost average a little bit, and so you don't get all in at one price.
Well, I mean, actually, we can go over the actual depth of market that exists. I mean, going over the last 3 days isn't like 100% accurate, but the spots where we actually have like market orders built up. Let me not nerd it out too much. What I mean is that when we see SHIB moves in the span of half an hour, it moves up by 20-30%. Then if people were placing orders on SHIB at that time, their orders are just going to sit around, and they'll place an order for, like, let's say it started off at 1,500, and in 30 minutes it moved to 2,000. In those 30 minutes, people were placing orders to purchase SHIB, and those orders are still sitting around. So what's really healthy is when SHIB trades sideways for a bit after having a nice jump, which is really nice to see because we're seeing that now. What that means is that it gives time for people to have markets so that there's actually support to the price. So if you've got a massive increase in price, then people may have been, first of all, no one's going to place an order if by the time they place the order it's gone up by 10%, because they'll just cancel the order and place a new one. But what you get is let's just say there's 1,000 orders per hour being placed. If in that hour it's moved up by 50%, then those orders are spread out amongst a huge price range, and that's what you get. That's when you get a situation where it reaches the top and just dives. So the really healthy thing is when it moves sideways for a good hour, 2, 3, and then you get a bunch of orders that get built up there, which actually hold it up on that level. So that's what we mean by market support and depth of market on there. So if you're looking at the depth of market, first of all, there is pretty much zero chance we can ever actually retrace to the 1,095 mark. So people who last week were worried about Shib not breaking, not eating a zero, that zero has been so thoroughly eaten that they would take almost $200 million worth of buys of Shib, or sales of Shib, sorry, to eat through that, which is great to see. Let's just give me 1 sec. I'll pull up my charts because I changed computers.
That's totally cool. I'm going to bring Austin Hilton on with us too. He's going to come through my phone, and it'll all work out. But Harvin wants to know where he could follow your YouTube channel at, Daniel. And Daniel doesn't have one yet, but he will soon once he gets things cleared away. I'll speak for you there. So just cover your bases. We're going to bring Austin on here. Tommy, do you think we will lose 1 or 2 more zeros before the end of the year? It would take a lot for us to lose another zero by the end of the year. But let's bring in Austin here once he answers here. Tommy, thank you for the $15 super chat. Appreciate you. And Austin Hilton, what's happening?
Hey, brother. I got about 25 minutes before I got to go pick up my kid at school, so I thought I'd jump on with you.
Yeah, man. We're just we're talking shop, and it's up to the 2-3 level right now, up 34%. I've got Daniel on here. I know he's a member in your private community as well. He's got just a depth of knowledge, and we're enjoying it, man. So we're just we're talking about all kind of stuff right now.
Howdy, Austin.
Yeah, Daniel, I owe you a call, man. We need to hook up on my end, so let's do that soon, okay?
Yeah, anytime you like.
Yeah, he hold on. You know what this is going to be? Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me do this. This is going to be, well, Austin, you can't hear Daniel. Daniel, you can't hear Austin. But here's the thing.
You want to, Zach, shoot me a link if you can, and I'll jump on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me do that, Austin. I'll send you a link.
All right.
Okay. So I will send Austin a link so he can just join us for a minute.
Okay, so I'll ramble for 5 minutes.
That'd be perfect.
So if we're looking at, I mean, the thing that's really nice to see about Shib's action in the last 3 days is that it didn't spread out the buildup of orders amongst, like, it took the time at a couple steps to trade sideways for a good hour or two. I would have liked to see maybe 3-4 hours more of it, but what you have is, I mean, I'm gonna bother you for 1 second to open up on the screen Coin Market Flow.
Coin Market Flow.
Yeah, and you're gonna want to search Shiba Inu there, because it gives us sort of it lets us illustrate the depth of market that exists. It's a bit tricky to see it because Shib is in the zeros and CoinMarketFlow only shows the 2 digits, but it gives us a graphical idea of kind of what the traffic looks like and where stuff is being bought.
All right, so we should get this pulled up. Let's see here. I'm trying to send this email to Austin. CoinMarketFlow, come on. Compose. I've got to do something with this. I don't know what's going on here. I think I might have to get one of those little amplifiers because I've got some high-speed internet here, but it's in the other room, so I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so search Shib here, right?
Yep.
Well, this is cool. Coin market.
So it's a good tool for larger coins. It's not so good for smaller ones because it's going to show you like 0.00 for everything. But the thing that we can scroll, but if you scroll down, so on the right you see the collective depth of market that exists for Shib at the moment. So that's really sort of a balance between the orders that exist on the books holding it up and the orders and sort of this is sort of a graphical representation of the buy and sell pressure, and where those two meet are kind of where you get the actual price arrangement. So if you scroll down a bit, you get to see a breakdown based upon which markets it's going with.
Okay.
So in this case, you can see that the overwhelming majority, if you want to sort by volume 24 hour, 1, 2, 3, 6, there you go. You can see, other way. There you go. So you can see $1.5 billion in 24-hour traffic came from Coinbase Pro. So that's Coinbase. Wow. That's most importantly, that's Coinbase custody, which I assume is where Robinhood acquired their reserves from. But the interesting thing is that if you follow the numbers while it's going throughout the day, Huobi Global and KuCoin, which are the Asian markets, the Asian, Indian, and African markets, are the ones that sort of lag behind and they sort of pick up. So my concern the other night was you saw pretty much all the traffic of the initial burst of Shib, you saw that coming from Coinbase. and then you saw the order books on Huobi, you saw an imbalance in the amount of buys and sells. Like so the expectation was the moment that Asia started to wake up, they'd start selling their holdings. But I think the theory is that because crypto sort of is banned now in, well, the largest country in Asia, largest country in the world, the pressure was more to actually buy in on this and hold it as a long-term hold. So what's really relieving to see is that you had a lot of market buildup of orders that are actually propping it up at 3 or 4 points. So the points that are really supported by Shib at the moment are like the excuse me 1 sec to get my proper chart out. The 1700 mark is very well supported. The 1207 mark has got a great amount of depth built to it. And then again, pretty much the absolute floor. Like if right now Robinhood decided to cancel and everyone decided to, like everyone went crazy and they decided to sell their Shib, pretty much the floor to everything at the moment is 1095. That's a worst case scenario. I cannot see a possibility where it goes down to there. Like
wow.
But what's excellent to see is we've got, $750 million worth of depth of market built up, halfway down where we're up right now. So I love this sideways trading that we're getting. I really hope that this trend that we're seeing right now, everyone's here hoping that it pumps. I think myself and maybe 3 or 4 people from the Discord are the ones hoping it trades sideways for a day. I would love to see Shib trade sideways for a day right now.
Mm-hmm. So you think it would be almost impossible for us to give back the zero?
I don't see a scenario where that, like, it would require some disastrous announcement. It would require the U.S. banning Shib, like
Wow.
something to that scale. Specifically Shib, not crypto, Shib. Or it would maybe an Elon Musk tweet saying that Shib is the devil or something like that.
And Austin has joined us. I know everybody could see him. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, buddy? Daniel, good to talk to you, man. I owe you a call, so let's get together pretty soon, okay?
Anytime.
Yeah, man. It's been a crazy couple of days. Yeah, I got about 25 minutes, and then I got to go pick up my son at school, so I thought I'd come hang out with you.
Awesome. So everybody out there, this is Austin Hilton. If you don't follow his channel, make sure you do so. Daniel will have a channel soon. At least I think he should. Once he does, make sure you follow him over there, subscribe. And
I got to say something, Zach.
Yeah.
Y'all ever hear me talk about the smartest people in the room? Daniel's an example of one of the smarter people in the room.
100%.
There's people that when they talk, I tend to listen. So Daniel's an example of that. So just FYI. So there you
go. 100%.
Yeah.
Buster Rhymes just tweeted about Shiba. So there we go.
Well, of course he did. Everybody's jumping on. I gotta do this. Like, and still see my face because the things are over my face.
I wish we could have that set up where I can put it over on the right side.
Yeah, I think there's some settings we need to change, but that's a whole other thing. So.
But basically what Daniel was talking about, this is a pretty cool website. So it's Coin Market Flow, and it basically shows here highest amount of volume coming in from Coinbase Pro, which is probably through that Coinbase custody side of things. Then Huobi, is it Huobi? Is that how you say it, Daniel? Huobi. Okay.
But can we go back to that? Because I missed that part. So does this kind of sync up with my idea that, like you and I've been talking about, Zach, we got access to 100 million trading accounts, blah, blah, blah. And then the ease of how that, oh my God, I can get it, right? I can actually get Shib contributed. So is that kind of what y'all were talking about, Daniel, a little bit?
What I was meaning to illustrate earlier was that because Robinhood is a custodial exchange, trades within internal trades to Robinhood aren't actually volume for Shib. Like you and I could go onto Robinhood and buy and sell a billion Shib at a time, again and again and again, and the actual volume traded on Shib wouldn't change because you're basically purchasing IOUs. It's a custodial exchange. They have their reserve, and you're buying IOUs from, this is crypto.com, this is Robinhood, versus something like Coinbase, where when you purchase Shib, they actually you either have an Ethereum wallet they send it to, or and it's the same as purchasing on Uniswap, by the way. In that case, the Shib actually belongs to you. So for Coinbase, generally, the key to that wallet is actually stored with Coinbase. And it's the same thing as if it were in a ledger in that case. So that's actual traffic. So this is why I say when the build up, the volume that exists in Robinhood, it's when they acquire their reserves. So it's more accurate to call it a reserve and not a liquidity pool. When we're talking about Robinhood, for example, the thing would be is if there's enough traffic on it of people buying, then it's not a slow buildup of volume. It's a sudden burst. So if Robinhood releases it and they get, let's just say $1 billion worth of traffic of people wanting to buy Shib because that many people want to get on it, then they have to top off their reserve. So they're going to figure out, okay, we need another 2 trillion Shib. Let's go get it. So that'll be a 2 trillion purchase as opposed to a slow buy from people trading it.
Got it. Yeah, I get that.
It's pretty awesome to see too. I mean, we were talking about this a little bit, Daniel. I want to get your thoughts on this. Do you think, I think I've been saying like a delayed Coinbase effect, which really isn't right. But I mean, how much of it is just retail access on Coinbase in terms of like how this thing has kind of just snowballed? Do you think that is a big piece of it?
So what you're referring to is something called the Nakamoto coefficient. It's also sometimes called the Gini coefficient. And there's a couple ways to measure it. It's the Gini coefficient measures if you have 10 wallets. Sorry, I can hear myself in the background and I can't tell from who. Much better. What the Gini coefficient measures is, let's just, for example, say we have 10 wallets for a coin. If everyone has 100 coins, then the Gini coefficient is 1. And if one person holds 900 and everyone else holds the other 100, then it's 0.1. So it's a measure of imbalance in the reserve. So the Gini coefficient for Shib is kind of hard to calculate because you have a burn wallet, and it's going to offset the balance. But if you account for that, the distribution is relatively fair. Something that I mentioned earlier is that when Robinhood purchased, they acquired apparently 15% of the Shib in circulation to 4 wallets, which really offset it a bunch. So at the moment, if you're excluding exchanges altogether, then I'm sorry, I'm hearing myself in the background.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I don't have any issue on my end.
I can hear it.
I'm going to hop out and rejoin. And
okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why that was happening.
How can I mute myself? Do you have to mute me?
I don't think so.
I don't have a way to mute myself. If it's me coming into the stream, like he comes back in and we're getting feedback, then I might leave because he's offering a lot of value.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure what happened. Because I can hear it perfectly. So we'll let.
It was feedback bad. I could hear it.
Okay.
Wow.
But yeah, man, Daniel's super brilliant. For everybody out there listening in, I'm learning a ton from Daniel just on our classroom, our fireside chats, and our Patreon. Austin has a Patreon as well. He's a member over there too. Come on over, join our Patreons. These are the type of people you get access to. It's not just us. Of course, we're willing to help. We're going to give you our opinions, our thoughts. We're going to take a look at your portfolio for you. But it's really the community. It's the value that all the other people bring too. And think of it like a big think tank, right? You just have a bunch of people to call on where various things come up. And nobody wants to do the whole crypto journey alone. So it's a great place to be. This link's right here. It's down in the description.
So let me ask this. I missed what he was saying. He was basically offering up proof that, because we had heard that a lot of the volume is coming out of 2 to 4 wallets. It was effectively Robinhood buying up reserves.
Exactly.
In preparation for launch.
And you and I were basically saying that same thing, but we were
Correct.
calling it liquidity, right? Where
yeah,
he corrects us and saying it's not liquidity because they're buying IOUs.
Yeah.
So they're buying reserves. So yeah, I mean, he's basically saying they've been tracking it, and yes, it's certainly Robinhood, but then it's everything else.
Then everything piled on, the price going up, FOMO, more retail, blah blah blah, all that stuff that we've been talking about. Yeah, and that's I'm glad it syncs up with what we've been. I mean, again, we guys, FYI, this is literally us having a conversation like we have at least 3 times a day. Okay, so you're seeing a live, unfiltered conversation between Zach and I about this, because we talk about this all the time. And oh, by the way, we talk about other stuff, and it's always crypto stuff as well. But yeah,
right. Yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing, all his knowledge. I mean, he was telling people too about the various ledgers out there as well. And I think I'm going to get a Nano X talking to Daniel about it. He thinks it's the best on the market. So he's coming back in. So everybody out there, let me know if we get any kind of feedback. Hopefully this works well. So Daniel, let's try this again.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I've got you fine.
Excellent.
Keep talking, Daniel. I'll be the one. I heard it last time, so keep going. I'll let you know.
Okay. I forgot where I was though.
You were talking about the Gini coefficient.
Yeah. I mean, I can show you the analytics page if you want. Give me 2 seconds. I'll pull it up and I'll send it to you in. I'll send it to Zach in Discord.
Yeah.
This is the nerd stuff that you. Dang it! It's on my other. I'm gonna mute myself for 30 seconds, get everything I need, and send it to you because I'm on a different computer.
Sounds good. No echo now, so that's good. I'm hearing no echo. Good. That's better audio. Good. I don't know what happened. I think it was all the same thing we were doing. Is it a good time to buy Shib at this price, or will it dip? Thanks. Listen, what Daniel said, I think, is what Austin and I both said. Maybe buy a little bit. So if you have a big, pot of money that you want to spend on Shib, say it's $1,000, right? Maybe buy 10% worth and then wait to see what it does. If it dips a little bit, buy another 10%. You can kind of do it incrementally rather than go jump in all at once. Austin, what do you think?
I agree. You nailed it. So I think the mistake is that you tend to see people like, oh, I got 1,000. I'm going to just put it all in. No, we eat kind of like you're walking into a cold ocean. Do a foot, do another foot.
Exactly. I like that analogy.
I'm Mr. Metaphor over here.
I like it. Hey, did you get your flight to Vegas yet?
No, sir. But dude, I live like right by DFW airport, man. There's like 15 planes leaving within the hour to go to Vegas here.
Right on.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Man, I'm pumped, dude. I'm excited. We're talking about state of mass for everybody out there listening. I can't wait, man.
I dropped a link in the StreamYard chat if you want to open that for people to see. Well, it's a chain analytics for Shiba Inu. So some of it's a bit skewed because you're seeing exchange wallets and you're seeing the burn wallet and stuff like that. But when it'll take a bit to load. But you want to open the holders tab. And so you'll see in a second, you'll see a graph of basically the breakdown of wallets. So the big one over there is the burn wallet. And the big gray one is actually other. So that's anything too small to show. So basically the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you see in the bottom left corner are, I think all except one, are ones which were acquired via Coinbase custody over the last 3 or 4 days. So that's healthy to see because that's pretty much just exchange wallets. But you also see a breakdown of which exchanges hold what, how much they hold. So, 42 trillion in crypto.com. They may have other wallets besides that. But if you scroll down, you'll see all sorts of trend analytics.
Loading.
Yeah, these will take a bit to go. We don't need holders count history. We can see how many holders we've got increasing and such. But what we're looking for is actually going down to the Gini coefficient.
Okay. And
the Thiel curve, which represent inequality essentially. There's argument that they're not accurate for crypto. We're down by one more, and you'll see it. And this will take a bit to load because it's calculating it real time. But what this is a measure of is the distribution. So there's 2 ways to look at it. One is if you took 51% of the tokens, and how many wallets do you need to make that 51%? So that's a bit off balance with Shib, mainly because of exchange wallets. But if you're looking at your Nakamoto coefficient, which is really, other way around. Your Gini coefficient is measuring, how distributed the overall supply is amongst everybody, and your Nakamoto coefficient, which is off of Satoshi, it's really based around how many wallets do you need to have the majority of the tokens. So it's really off balance, the Nakamoto coefficient for Shib, mostly because of burn wallets and exchange wallets. If you account for those, though, then we're actually a pretty healthy distribution, which is good and bad. It means that you don't really have much adoption in terms of institutional investors yet. There do not appear to be very many people holding $1 million, $10 million, $30 million worth of Shib that they actually purchase with that much money. Which again, that's a double-edged sword. It could just be that it's not been adopted yet broadly. And again, I think we were speaking with Todd a few weeks ago, where his he manages money for multimillionaires, high net worth individuals, and my question to him was, when you have a wealthy person, a high net worth person, and do they know how a blockchain works? Do they know what a Shiba Inu is? Do they know any? They don't know at all. They see dollar signs, they want in. They care about getting in on this hype of making money. So I think that's going to take a lot of adoption. I think there's a lot of community work that could be done to make it be a normal thing. I'd be curious to know more how the comparison of wallet sizes compares to Doge, because Doge, you're hard pressed to find someone who's high net worth nowadays and doesn't know what Doge is, like, or at least has heard of it.
Interesting.
Versus how many people know about Shib.
That's a really good point. And yet we're still like, what, only 4x away, we meaning Shib, from Doge's market cap, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, right?
Doge's market cap is crazy, yes.
Yeah, and I mean, Shib's is at this point too, right? I mean, it's what, 9 billion? I mean, that's insane. And I mean, a couple weeks ago, it was 10x away, right? So roughly Dogecoin was 30 billion, Shib was 3. So we were at 10x away. Now look at the difference. We're like 4x-ish, which is pretty crazy.
But we also got to account for that Doge has actually survived a bear cycle before. I mean, that's the real defining factor here is that you I don't think any institutional investor is ever going to buy into a crypto if it hasn't been through one or two, probably stock market crashes, not just crypto market crashes. I mean, I mean, people trust Bitcoin because I think it's called the Lindy theory. It's a thing in technology that the longer technology is around, the more it's going to be assumed that it's going to be around forever and it's reliable. Like, it's just as long as the technology has existed for long enough, then people trust it. It's the same reason people trust Facebook. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm making of this, but I think that Shib has a lot more potential after it survives a market downturn, which we may very well have a stock market downturn coming. So
we got a super chat from Chris Larson. I am new, 50 million Shib, looking to hold for 5 years, but plan on grabbing profit before big dip. What good signs and tips to take profit? Well, Daniel would tell you he's already starting to take some profits, right?
What I said is that I'm getting a harsh lesson in having patience when taking profits, because I took profits during the first uptick, which was admittedly, other people in Discord were saying, I believe I'm holding no matter what. I'm holding till a penny. They were more right than me.
I hear you, man.
But again, my distribution of shit. Again, if you're talking about a 50 mil bag, I would say hold, because I don't think you're going to actually manage to skim enough profits to cover your gas fees in the next couple of weeks at least. What I would like, people in general who are thinking about taking profits, take a bag. If you bought into Shib with the 5-year mindset, take a percentage, 30% of your Shib, send it to a different wallet, lock that wallet away somewhere you can't get to, sit on that for 5 years. Then day trade with the rest of it. This is a very difficult time to calculate where Shib is heading. Like,
yes,
it's just no way to. Like, we can tell where it won't go back to. We can't tell where it's going to be heading, because I mean, my projection is that 7 hours from now we're going to have another peak, because you're going to have Asian traffic pick up again, and there appears to be a lot of Chinese high net worth individuals who are probably trying to find low cap cryptos. Well, low cap isn't the right word, but non-popular cryptos that aren't watched by the Chinese government to maybe stash into the crypto markets long term.
Wow, that's brilliant.
I love being on here and not having to talk.
Man, I just listen and it's amazing. I love
the comment that came up earlier. This guy is schooling Austin and Zach. That was awesome. You threw that up there. Again,
the teacher teaching the teachers.
Yeah, Daniel. I mean, this is awesome, man. You always acknowledge somebody who knows. I mean, because we know a lot about it, but you definitely know the more the tech side. You're living in a whole different world than so to speak. So a lot of charting and analysis and all that kind of stuff.
Before we lose you, Austin, something I posed to Zach the other day, which I kind of want your answer on because of your experience. If tomorrow crypto is illegal in the U.S., what are you investing in?
He put me on the spot yesterday.
If tomorrow crypto is illegal?
If tomorrow basically they do what they did in China, but they do it in the U.S. So right now you're in the U.S., you're not allowed to trade, own anything with crypto. What's the first thing you're investing in? And real estate's too easy an answer.
That's what I said. That's what I was going to say. I feel like it's a loaded question. I feel like it's a trap. Well, I mean, if it's illegal, I mean, I'm heavily into stocks and, ETFs and blah, 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 all that stuff. So, I mean, I would continue to probably funnel money there. I feel like I need to say like gold or something. I don't know. So since it was a trap, what's the answer?
There's no right answer.
Okay.
I'm curious. Like,
Okay.
I'm
Well, I
curious.
would probably, my first inclination would be not gold, because I thought it was a trap when I said that. So there we go. It would most likely be more. We're getting echo again. It may be me. Wow. Is it echoing back?
Here, I'll mute myself. See if that.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay, there it goes. It went away. So So it's Zach. Zach's always a troublemaker. He's a big old pain in the ass. So said it with love, man. Okay, it would most likely be real estate first, equity markets after that. I mean, in parallel with that, but the stock market investing would be not just buy and hold stocks. It would be in the context of a strategy where you're constantly moving in and out of different types of equities depending upon market conditions, which is how I really manage it as we speak. So I would just be funneling more money there. There you go. So.
See, I like the confidence that I have not had a single American say, I'm going to move to another country.
No, I can't. Well, I can't.
I'm moving to Canada.
Yeah, I get it. All right, I got to go, man. I got to go get the kid. So, Daniel, truly, sincerely, man, a pleasure. And let's hook up in the very near future on my Discord, or worst case, Zach, get us together on a call. That's probably the easiest thing. Let's just get together on a call and we'll chat. Enjoy it, guys. Zach, great live stream. See you, brother. Bye.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Thank you too, Daniel. We're going to probably put a bow on this in a little bit, but let's hang out for a little longer. 3,200 people in here. Are there any streamers out there we could pass the audience to? That was cool last night, man. That's a good idea, Daniel. You had too. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we can't stop the hype.
I love it, man. I love it. And Adam and I were talking off air then for a quick minute on Twitter, and we're going to try to put something together where we can do a live stream at some point together too. So that'd be cool.
Did Jake do a? I'm hearing an echo.
Really?
You mute yourself. Has Jake done a stream already today? Anyone know?
I don't think so. I think he usually does it. See, he's on the West Coast, so usually, what time is it out there? Be 12:56. So he usually probably goes at like 4 his time. So that's usually, I think, when he goes on.
Well, I live in the future, so I don't know what time it is for him now. But if someone wants to wake up a streamer and tell us who, then we can point the audience their way.
Exactly. So thank you, everybody, for listening. This has been a fantastic stream. Daniel, thank you so much. I'll let you say a final parting word here in a second, too. I know we're kind of dealing with this mic issue. But thank you, literally, everybody out there. Thank you. Very grateful for you. All I ask, just hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. Hopefully you hang out with us many times after this one. And Daniel, always love learning from you, man. Really appreciate it. And it's always fun.
No, always good talking to you. Always great content. And see you later. Everybody, someone name a stream to quickly in chat to raid, because we haven't come up with one yet.
Definitely. Somebody put one out there, and we will send the traffic their way. If anybody knows somebody that's streaming, just don't make it that fake one, please. That one's not a good one, okay? Nobody go to that fake stream. I don't want to see anybody get swindled like that. This right here, where is it? Is it still up? Don't go here. This is no bueno, okay? Shiba Inu big event, no bueno. They're trying to swindle you in some way, so don't go there. I don't know if anybody is actually live. See, Josh, I know he's live right now. I don't know if he's actually on there. A lot of times he just watches, has the chart watching capabilities with some nice mellow music in the background there. So that's the only person I see live right now with Shib. Let me refresh it. Let's see.
Yeah, someone said DJ Crypto, but I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the channel.
Neither am I. But there you go, DJ Crypto. We'll go with that. We'll give DJ Crypto some love because I don't think there's any other things out there right now. Shib Ether Scan, we're getting close to 700K. In fact, let me refresh it. We might already be there before we get up on out of here. 699,820. Look at that. We are 80 away for 700,000 holders of Shiba Inu. That's pretty cool. Daniel, thanks again, man.
Yep, thank you. Have a great day.
Everybody out there, thank you so much. Take care, and I will see you in the next video, next live stream. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends about Shib. Tell your friends about the stream. That'd be cool too. And see you in the next one.